The Johnny Rock Show. Rockin' 101, The Rock Station.
823, indeed. The Johnny Rock Show. Is my guest, comic YouTube sensation, Drew Lynch here? Drew?
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for jumping on. You're on the road, touring not just America, but the world. And your weekly podcast, Did I Stutter, on all platforms. Listen, I'm a big fan, and I love that you're self-deprecating. We just had Josh Blue on Friday, another self-deprecating comic. When did you start having problems with your stutter? Were you born with that affliction?
No, I actually had a softball injury when I was 20 years old, and it changed my life because I couldn't talk the same afterwards. It wasn't diagnosed as such at the time, but it was actually a traumatic brain injury. After some neurologists had looked at it later, and so it's been a long journey getting back to the point where I'm able to articulate the way that I can now. But just like Josh, like comedy has like been such an outlet.
Our guest, YouTube sensation, comic Drew Lynch, on the road, not just in America. Like I said, I'm looking at your tour here. You're going and you're playing Berlin. Do you speak German, or doesn't it matter?
Not yet, but I hope to after November.
Well, that might. I have no idea. I've been to Berlin, but I didn't hit any comedy clubs over there. A few sex clubs. You ever been to those sex clubs in Berlin?
Yeah, I mean that's actually my show. It's just a sex club. So we're going to combine it. It's going to be a sexy comedy German show.
Oh, sure. That not to be missed. Man. Well, tell us about the podcast, Did I Stutter? Gets great reviews.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I was doing this podcast for a while where I would have some guests on, but a lot of times I just go on there by myself and I just rant for a while, just talk about what's been going on in my life, talk about my wife, talk about how she's taller than me and I can't do much about that, talk about the act of stuttering and how, that's kind of changed my life and how people sometimes perceive it, how I had a guy I'd be talking to a guy and he checked his watch while I was talking to him and how that bothers me. And it was he checked his watch as if to be he asked me a question and then when I was explaining it, he checked his watch and it was made me feel bad because it was a pocket watch. So I felt like he was waiting on a train or something while he asked me that question. It was just so frustrating. So, I tour around almost all year, and I really love the fact that I get all these stories from all these cities that I visit.
And you also just released your YouTube special called The Stuttering Comedian. I think it's amazing and great that comics and musicians, you can go to YouTube. It doesn't mean you're going to break through, but at least there's that platform. In my day, you had to get on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson or Letterman, and that was next to impossible. Do you like this new landscape?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's so much content out there nowadays, and in that way, it's almost too much. That way, it's almost a negative. But the idea that things aren't being gatekept, that the idea that someone based on their own ability and their own effort can materialize to people discovering them and, going to see them. It really is you kind of being in charge of your own destiny, and how much you want to put in is almost how much you can get out of it.
Go to drewlynch.com, get all those tour dates, check out the podcast, Did I Stutter? And the new YouTube special, The Stuttering Comedian. Well, you're an inspiration, buddy boy. Come back soon to the Johnny Rock Show.
Rockin' 101, The Johnny Rock Show in the morning on The Rock Station.